advisory boards that might be made up of citizens. I think we've got the library and the health department, is that correct?
The health department is the government.
Well, the library and the health department are not quite districts. They're special funds, and they're specified by statute how the boards run. But they do have, you bring citizens in on the boards.
We do have
the seniors. The seniors is definitely an advisory board. That's a perfect example of an advisory board.
We have to pass the budget for the library. We have to pass the budget. We pass the budget for the health department every day.
We approve it
What they
because it's a special fund.
Yeah.
But it has its own line item.
Yeah. So as with the library.
Okay, so we have those. What departments have had them in the past, or districts?
We used to have one in Timber Lakes that worked very well, getting people, the thought that the users' thoughts. It was not for advisory, the council still had all of this.
Twin Creek's had an advisory, the district advisory.
They work out fairly good, fairly
For
well.
the first 2 years it did, it died just through lack of participation. It died for any reason. And
You don't like the Timber Lake one, did you?
We're still live, but that's a government.
Okay.
Timber Lakes is a government.
What about Parks and Recs? Did that
Park and Rec used to have an advisory board that was made up of 3 members of the county council, who then brought the issues back and were voted on by them. So it really wasn't a.
It was an advisory, with 3 members of the county council, and we had a couple of.
But we had to bring everything back to the full council.
We had the same issue as Twin Creeks.
people not showing up?
Yeah.
I think too, that was our, we had about 3 tries at that each time, and about 3 months in, it died out.
Yeah, we definitely tried it more than
There were
once.
several attempts.
How long ago was this?
First one was probably in, when did you start, Tom?
95.
Yeah, it's probably about 99 when I came in, and at least once before that, and then,
I think at least twice since then.
Yeah,
Tried it in 2003.
not that it's
Probably
bad,
2004, Steve.
Yeah, 2004.
not that it's bad, it just gets, after a while, they realize that most of what they're making decisions about aren't who hits tennis balls, it's other stuff.
Well, in a way, we used advisory board. We were very active when we were designing and putting together the skate park. And most recently, the group that worked on the pool was in a way an advisory board or whatever. So we've used pieces of them before.
Turn on the general
I don't know if you want to consider the county fair. It's made up, the majority of the board is advisory or volunteer. I guess you can use both words.
The rodeo board too.
Rodeo board. Now the demolition derby, I guess we're using some public now on the Memorial Day celebration. We didn't advertise for those positions. We just asked people if they would serve. I'm sure we could,
And what about cowboy poetry? Does that have citizens?
It's not a county function.
that's under tourism.
What about public works? Do you ever have any citizen board over public works? No need to work on there or?
The only citizen board we have is called the NPC, for emergency fire.
Yeah.
Once a month.
Okay.
Involves 3 or 4 citizens in the department.
About, okay. What about economic director? You involve citizens there?
Yeah, we've put together an advisory council with 5 people, and each of those people oversee a committee that focuses on a different aspect of economic.
Tab's the one that we have, me and John sit on that, along with.
That's set by statute.
Set by statute, but purely advisory, we do that.
Okay. Very good. And then Doug, we've got the planning commission is pretty much set up that way. Any other citizens that are involved with planning? Pretty much just that.
Well, Kit mentioned that general plan, we had some citizen boards several years ago that made comments on the various use areas. That's about it.
That was kind of a one time that we were redoing the general plan.
Okay, are there any thoughts on
What was
this?
GSSD? What was GSSD's name?
We got
Governing board and that was by
It was
From
an
the
administrative control board,
administration.
so they have the authority to approve expenditures and other things that can come back.
Really? So they could approve whatever they wanted.
We didn't even see a budget for them, that was that they handled budgets and
The only thing they couldn't do was tax.
A bond had to come back to the council.
So all budget and everything was controlled by them, all approval of expenditures.
Check warrants, everything.
In the public works, when we have road projects, as well as certain kind of funds, we have to have public hearings for that. So we can see the public.
Sounds like there's been involvement over the years. Is the council, what are your thoughts as far as any departments or districts that you see that might be able to benefit from one right now?
Mike, when was it we did that committee of 100? That was when we were putting together,
That was, it's been quite a
that
while.
was before us, in the 2000, wasn't it?
What is the
No, it was
general plan?
already, yeah, 2000.
I remember when it was going on,
that was 98 or 90.
just prior to the new form of government.
It was prior to the new form.
Yeah, that's what it said.
So that would be one that we might want to look at, if the master plan might expire next year. Is that one that we want to look at, maybe involve the citizens with the master plan that way?
Well, it doesn't expire, it's just required to be reviewed every few years, so it doesn't go away.
I recall you had town hall meetings in each Wallsburg, Midway, Charleston.
Yeah, we got a lot of,
And that's not required to be updated every 5 years. It's kind of a recommendation. We updated it last year for transportation over our economic development portion. But
Right.
as we have time, and recreation, as we have time, we look at different elements and update it.
Do you feel that it's pretty up to date at this point?
Well, there's still areas that need to be updated, but it's a matter of identifying those and having time to deal with all the other things.
as with this new mission.
Well, that would be part of the general plan too, so that would be updated.
And it'll reach into some of the general plan probably as that's coordinated.
Yeah, probably be part of the public plan.
Okay, so what would be the process, I guess, of the question as a new council, as far as if we wanted to put together a citizen board, how would we go about doing that?
Would you want to start with the general plan and rewriting the general plan and then you'd have more participation that way? Then you would have a group of citizens who are active and perhaps transition them to some other boards, or what do you think?
Doug, how much would you see input from citizens as we go forward with this resource management plan?
As we talked out in the hallway, a lot of that's going to be technical, water quality, air quality. And the state is hoping to find individuals that will help out with those plans, timber management, all those types of things. So I don't know that a citizens committee would be helpful or not on that or
Unless they
not.
have expertise in that area.
Maybe grazing.
As it goes forth, there might be opportunities for citizen comment on different pieces as we get that expert input.
Yeah. Like maybe we can talk about that on the 20th as we go through each one of those items.
Yeah.
I guess you could say, Mike, for public lands, is like, we do that conversation take part.
Okay, very good. All right, any other thoughts on advisory boards? Just wanted to kind of have a discussion and find out where we're at.
I know some of us have talked, just kind of off and on between ourselves about maybe someday, and some things are all taken care of, possibly doing this for some of our SSDs, but we probably have some things we need to sort out first.
I think the fire district would be an advisory board on.
We have one now, or it would be good to have one. So if we were to do one, let's just take the fire board for example. What would be the process to do that? How would we go about that?
I think the fire board would authorize the creation of an advisory board and define representation if that were part of it. If you're going to define that some people represent different areas of the county or define some terms and define the scope of authority or
Designate what duties.
some duties, not authority, but duties. It would really be any authority because it's advisory, but duties would be things that they would address.
Then you'd advertise.
And then you
For
advertise
applicants.
people to apply for it.
Thank you. All right, that's all I've got on this.
Good. Thank you. And I think it's something that we want to keep looking at and talking about. It's not a dead subject, so we'll continue to look at that. Next item, council board report.